Hello crafty viewers. For today's card, we are going to be making this very easy, quick, double Z fold card. It uses products from the World of Good suite, and it uses a Memories and More 4x6 card, as well as a Memories and More 3x4 card to make it fast and easy to put together. So sit back and watch how we do it. So let's get started with our card. To begin, we have a sheet of Night of Navy cardstock, and that was cut at 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, just a half sheet of paper. We have this Memories and More card, and it has the world is yours on the back side, and it has a celestial scene on the solid side. We have this Memories and More card. This is the brown on the back. We have a piece of cardstock that is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. This is a piece of Night of Navy. It also is cut at 8.5 by 3 1/4. There are also 2 pieces of scrap white, Whisper white cardstock, and those are cut at 2 by 3 inches. So let's get started. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is we are going to score the card base at 4 1/4 to make a side folding card. Next, we're also going to score the card at 2 1/8. And we're going to fold that towards the front. Okay, that gives us a little Z fold here. We're also going to do the same scores on this sheet of 3 1/4 inch paper. So again, at 2 1/8 and at 4 1/4. For this one, we are going to fold this down, and then we're going to fold this back. Before we adhere it to our card base, we're actually going to decorate it with our Memories and More card, as well as our 2 pieces for being able to put stamp your sentiment and write your greeting on. Now this will go on the 4 1/4 side. And before we do anything more, I'm actually going to stamp Happy Birthday on one of these. And I'm going to be using the Sending You Thoughts Happy Birthday. This was a Celebration free stamp set from the mini catalog earlier this year. And it happens to be the one that kind of fits the card stylistically and actually fits within the 2-inch strip. So I'm going to be stamping this with the Misty Moonlight new ink pads. This is one of the in colors from this year. And I'm going to stamp it off real quick off camera and ink it up. And stamp my greeting. Now, instead of pressing really hard or rocking it or anything like that, which can have adverse effects when you're stamping, I'm just going to hold it and let all of that ink absorb into the paper before I pick it up. And that gives you a much better likelihood that you'll get a clean, even stamp. There we go. I'm going to let that dry for a second while I adhere this. This extra little piece, well, it could have been decorative. I'm going to put that here on the inside in case you want to write a greeting to the card recipient. Now, these were cut at 2 by 3 inches, and this is 4 1/4. So I'm going to put this as close as I can to the inside to leave 1/8 of an inch all around the combined 2 pieces. But I also don't want to get it jammed up too close to the fold line because I want to be able to still fold the card. I did leave lots of room in case I wanted to write a wish to my card recipient. See, this needs to butt over just a tiny bit so that still folds real nice. There we go. Give that a little extra burnish. Alrighty, now we are going to take cardstock here and adhere that to the insides. And our Memories and More card is 4 inches by 6 inches. So I'm going to need to trim this down a little bit to cut off 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, and then to cut my 2 strips that are going to be 2 by 5 1/4. So I will go and do that off camera. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back from cutting the paper, and I actually realized because these are each 2 1/8, these needed to be 1 7/8 inch wide by 5 1/4. That gives you a nice 1/8 of an inch border all around. All right, we're almost done with this card. This card comes together very quickly. So we are going to be adhering this to this edge and this just to this edge. So I need to make sure when I put my tape down that I don't put my tape all the way because then it'll stick to the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to lay the card or lay the second Z fold on the card, and that way I can use that as a guide for where I should run my tape. It also makes sure when I do that that I have the tape close enough to the edge so that it doesn't come apart. I'd really like to center this in the middle, so I'm going to take a little bit of care to line it up. And then I'm going to open it up. Since I already have the tape on this side, I'm simply going to close it like that. And that way you know for sure when you fold it down that it's going to fold flat. And so there we go. How quick was that? A very nice, quick, fast, easy masculine card with a minimum of stamping, no dies needed, and very versatile because you can put pretty much any sentiment that you want on the inside. This will also make a very nice graduation card. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. And if you did, if you could please give it a thumbs up down below here. If you're interested in seeing more videos that we do, please click on the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified every time I post a new video. All of the information for the products that I used in today's card can be found on my website, greatinkspirations.com. The link will be down in the show notes, as well as the supply list for all the supplies that we used for today's card. Thanks. Have a great day. Stay crafty. Bye-bye.